Hello and welcome to this presentation, and thanks for making time in your busy schedule to attend. I think you'll recognize there's a lot riding on your ability to articulate ideas in an email or other marketing material that support your activities. Even though you might be able to use a marketing copywriter to craft or edit copy for these materials, you still need to know how to convey the information in a way that will give the audience a compelling reason to act. So in this presentation, you'll learn some timeless tips for ensuring your ideas are clear, concise, coherent. And those are some of the so-called C's you need to sail to write well. The tips are based on some of the content from the highly acclaimed guidebook, Elements of Style. We'll also review some before and after samples from actual marketing materials used by a B2B software company, and I'll be asking you to think about what the after should look like. Most of what we'll discuss today might resonate with you already because you could be following some of these practices whether you know it or not. Just some quick background on elements of style. Please note that I'm only going to cover some of the principles of composition because that's the most relevant content to you in terms of creating clear, concise, and coherent messages. I've also rephrased some of the principles so they're less confusing for a modern-day audience. Remember, a marketing copywriter is your safety net for composition and will catch the usage and grammar, spelling, and punctuation issues as well. No one expects you to be a grammarian, but if you have some leisure time on the weekends, you benefit by reading these sections of the book. Okay, getting started, let's talk about some principles to remember before you even start composing. First one would be, remember your audience. Considering your audience might be IT professionals, what's wrong with this sentence? Well, that's right, it uses the third person point of view when it should use the second person point of view. So changing to the second person point of view also helps us make an active sentence. We can use the they to refer to business goals instead of the audience. Use the second person point of view in most marketing literature. It's much more engaging than the third person. The exception is, of course, if you're referring to a team members of your audience, for example, a database administrator working for an IT director. One more example. How would you fix this sentence? That's right, use the second person point of view to make the sentence more about the audience than the product. Your audience will always be more interested in your messages when you're talking about them. Also, let the words come naturally. In other words, don't agonize over every little word at first. Just get your thoughts down on the screen as they come up to you. So many times I'll be editing something and not understand the idea the writer is trying to convey, so I'll call the writer for an explanation, and usually the first verbal response turned out to be the best way to phrase it. And don't worry if you repurpose someone else's material. It's an efficient way to work with proven messages. This concludes the sample of the course on sailing the 7 C's of writing for B2B marketing. To download the complete course, go to ed-moss.com. Thank you.